What it do, y'all? Is Coffee back at it, man, and you guys see what it is. '03 Greedo, it all started, the drama, the downfall, everything started with his legal problems that he touched down and came home from a couple years ago. And right at the same time he came home, we started seeing some individuals from his section calling him out for some telling. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to this street-ish, right, there's no room for police cooperation, telling, trying to pump fake them, and nothing like that in any way. Anyhow, it's just totally unacceptable. Just like the next rapper we're gonna get to, who's just a stone cold goofy, obviously like a plague to the blogosphere when it comes to the rap game, a straight clown goof who is just delusional at this point, you know what I mean? But he's all in with this. This is all that he has at this point in his life, is to try to push for this success. And he's doing it up to the point that he's lying about his age. He's lying about things he already done told us about. He's double backing and flip flopping, like he's just as deranged as his substance abuse issues. He's just as deranged and confused as he is in regards to his whole bipolarism. And there's no shame in that or nothing like that, man. A lot of people are suffering from things like that in this current society, you know, but dude's just a fraud many times over. We'll get to that, fuck boy, you know what I mean? But when it comes to the streets, you can't talk to the police, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to tell the police, fuck you, SMD, bring them years on. I ain't scared. You know, I'm gang. I'm that guy. I'm that dude and all that. And at the end of the day, when it comes to a lot of these rappers, they're not exactly that dude, you know? And there's no shame in that as well. But a lot of cats, they want to try to fake the funk with everyone. And, you know, they want to try to push a fake image. And they want everyone to forget anything that they did to the contrary when it comes to the line that they're trying to push. Even if that's changing their click up, their movement name every, 3-4 times a year or something like that, you know? Like, I always tap into all this ish and let y'all know I'm no gangster, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a cat reacting to the content, watching everything play out. And some of these rappers need to do that, you know what I mean? I feel like some people would respect them a little bit more than them trying to lie to us. And getting back to Greedo, we saw what it was. He got called out for telling. And, you know, again, like me looking at the dude like, yo, like, I ain't trying to be on no hater-ish or nothing like that, but when it comes to the streets and the rap game overlapping and intersecting, it's just not going to be good for him. And, you know, when you get into this rap game, you can't have no tarnishes on your resume, or if you do, at the very least, you have to be massively successful for people to forget about it. But with Greedo, we've seen kind of a split decision going down, where some cats that were still around him were still trying to rock with him, but we saw that there was other individuals, and I'm talking about cats from his hood, that weren't fucking with him, you know what I mean? And that's what happens with a lot of rappers at certain times, is, you know, who's got the bag, who's doing it up, who's getting guap. Some people are gonna blindly push behind that, but when it comes to the real street-ish, that's not gonna be enough. That's not gonna work. And it's clear that's what happened with Greedo, as his career didn't pick back up where it was prior to him being locked up. There's been a lot of hiccups, a lot of stagnation in his progress, and now we've seen someone done snatch the man's chain. You know what I mean? And you see they left messages talking about wolves get replaced every day in the wild when they do it. When they don't do it right, well, you do. Your math, never say never. I live by the old way of code of conduct. Sorry, not sorry. And then you see dude with his chain. And then we seen another message saying, hey, Jason, I haven't bothered you in a minute. Dudes thought '03 was gone leave, huh? The big bad wolf, Mr. King of Grape Street, huh? Yeah, Mr. Big Gang, I ain't worried about nothing. Ish was all fun and games. Told you I always get the last laugh. And then he tagged '03 Greedo and said the homies need help in the hood. Where you at? Pull up. LOL. And you done seen what happened, man. Someone done straight pulled his card, took his chain, and is mocking him online in the blogosphere. And I wonder what will be next. We've seen this type of ish happen before, where then certain individuals start trying to act like it's all a lie, or who knows. Just like this next guy up, who, like I said, I fuck with Greedo. I think Greedo's got some good music and all that, and seems like a humble dude. He just got caught up in a serious case, and the way he went about doing things was frowned upon when it comes to the old school code of conduct, like dude who pulled his card and got at him was talking about here. But this dude, apologies, y'all, got interrupted. Lost my train of thought momentarily. But Greedo is a dude that he ran into some tough situations, or whatever it is, what it is, but it's totally different and turned up on steroids with this individual who's went to the point of saying F them kids and lying about fathering 3 kids by his BM. And just shows he has absolutely no shame in his game, will lie about anything, will try to convince you the sky is red when it's blue. You know what I mean? Like, I'm shocked N1TCH even humors him on the podcast anymore, because before there was some things bouncing around behind the scenes in the blogosphere where him and Adam had got into it, and Adam was talking about he would never have him back on the platform. But if you pay attention to the different things said on the platform, it's clear N1TCH has some kind of either soft place in his heart for this weirdo, or just finds out the content in the dude's ludicrous attitude absolutely comedy and wants to document it on his platform. You know what I mean? Like, this dude went on there and had Wack 100 after, for years, he told everyone, everything that happened to him, Wack 100 was behind it all. Like, he had just this conspiracy against this dude to shut him down, like he was that powerful of a individual or something like that. It's like, dude, you had a little bit of motion with a couple songs or whatever. People found out you were a straight sassy bitch tendencies, snapping your neck like a woman asshole, and you's a goofy. No one really flux with you like that. You done beat your fans for packages that they ordered. You always try to erase history and erase everything from the blogosphere, whether it's by striking a bunch of videos down or trying to run some manipulation play with individuals to play nice with you and take ish down so you can rebrand yourself. Like, now all of a sudden it was 200 copying YG's movement, or before it was the yellow or gold thing, or if it was trying to reunite the red and the blue, just all this different ish, man. You know what I mean? And Wack did a podcast with this dude, looked him right in the face and told him, you's a cold rat. You claim to be about this life. It's supposed to be no snitching is my statement, and that's it. And he sat there and stuttered and muttered like Poetic Flacco, while Wack 100 told him what it was right to his face over and over again after all the ish this dude was saying for all these years. And he sat there and did this podcast like it wasn't nothing. And then he turns around and gets off there talking about Wack and No Jumper ran a play on him and all this. Like, no, everyone's seen what it was about. You wasn't about nothing face to face with Wack, and Wack, who is constantly wrong and doing a lot of bullish. This was one of those instances where he happened to be right as rain. You know what I'm saying? He told you how it was, what it is, what it'll always be, right to your face, over and over, and you proceeded to bitch up and act like the gotten your card pulled once again, asshole, that this dude is. And now he's trying to run this whole thing like he punked out Moneybag Rose on No Jumper. Like, come on, man. We already seen last time around when there was the incident between him and Brick Baby. I'm guessing this time around he's like, security ain't gonna let nothing happen, so I'm gonna turn up and talk ish. And he did, I guess. Apparently he got loud and snapped his neck and popped his wrist and made these sassy, zesty ass movements like he does, and tried to play gangster, even though everyone knows this dude ain't got a tough bone in his body unless it's trying to punk out a female or his baby moms in those leaked videos like we seen where he goes terrorizing his BMs on some straight poster boy for DV ass dude that this dude is, man, plain and simple. And you see the people are like seeing what it is and catching wreck off this as well. As you see us right in the comments, man, and people don't believe this clown. Bro, you have 3 kids by her. That was your boo as he was on here trying to badmouth his BM once again. Like, you know, that girl, she has quite the situation and all that. And, you know, but at one point in time when she started tapping it in the blogosphere, he was getting heated that he was seeing that individuals were more fucking with what she had going on than with what he has going on. You know what I mean? And once again, this dude went on there and told the whole world, F them kids, that made my kids, made up a lie about paternity tests that just wasn't true. As you see, he's back to referencing her as his BM like the kids are his, when he flat out told everyone clear as day this paternity test lie. I mean, what kind of hoe ass sucker ish is that? Plain and simple. You know, and as he's sitting here arguing about if his BM topped off Munchie B or not, pause. You know what I'm saying? Yo, someone says Adam's obsessed with the peanut butter ish. He wishes someone would do that to him. The meds killing this dude's bitch brain. Snoopy mad Munchie hit his BM. He most definitely is, man. And it's crazy too that this dude is even gonna act like he could hold a candle next to Munchie B as far as integrity and character and just being a solid, respected dude. Like, no one respects you at all. You're the laughing stock of the blogosphere. Munchie B, just known as a real one. You know what I mean? And Munchie music is better. And he hits your BM, man. So quit whining and crying like a fucking, you know, crybaby tramp, sissy hoe ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Asking a female, did she top someone off, is a sim move. I don't respect that. Like, yeah, man, come on, man. Everyone has situations from time to time. I'm not saying everyone it happens to, but it's not uncommon to have a BM where things don't work out and she flux around or something like that. But you're going to go on here and make a mockery of yourself and her, and in turn of your family by playing these games, all to try to push this little, like, you have no motion or no momentum left. You know what I mean? You don't stand for nothing. You fall for everything. If like just lying, negativity, fraudulency, if all that was put together in the form of a human being, that's this goofy McClownerson, lame Jane, no hard ass clown motherfucker that this dude is. The most delusional dude on the net. That's facts. See, this is what I'm saying. You got to keep scrolling for a minute till you find anyone who like flux with this dude at all. And that's wild too, because we all know this motherfucker have about 50 burner accounts and has all his little minions that follow him that have burner accounts too. And the crazy thing is, you know, what I was talking about with like Greedo, he had seen some real success. So there were some people from his hood that, you know, were in his good graces and were, you know, getting paid more or less. You know what I'm saying? This dude don't have that. All he can do is have some other cats around him that he can keep pushing these like dreams and lies to. You know what I mean? Trying to fill their heads with, yo, I got a new investor. I got this, I got that. And I thought, yo, apparently Travis Ford was up there. I thought these two were like cool again. Thank God it seems they just happened to bump into each other at No Jumper, man. You know what I mean? I thought Travis Ford made up with him to go up there with him. Like please don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Comment if y'all rock with Travis Ford. I've been wanting to see him win for the longest time. And, you know, there ain't no winning when you're rocking with this bitch, boy. Like, these dudes fell out of secondhand, once removed, second generational wannabe comic book pussy. You know what I mean? And then this dude done leaked out pictures of Travis Ford washing his ass with the broad and ish like that. Pause. Like, what kind of hoe ish is that? And then try to put out the same lies about everyone. Yo, they fucking with trans. They fucking with trans. He said that about like 3 people that he beefed with. When keep it a buck with y'all, I believe that this motherfucker would get down like that. Yo, Snoopy BA, all cap button. That boy don't want to be seen with Snoopy. Got the bondage freak off mask on. LOL. Like, real talk, dude. This dude's up there with the fucking freaky deaky pause mask on next to this guy. Someone said she said no. Like, she would say yes if she did do it. I know he on here talking about I don't believe she topped him off because like, shut the fuck up, man. Leave that chick alone, man. Why you so worried about the next man's unit? Pause. Fucking weirdo clown, man. Stop platforming this goofy. We don't believe you. Again, these are all consecutive comments. Nobody's rocking with this clown, man. Buster badass with beef with a blind man. Classic Buster move. Blood, he lying so good. I think he lying so bad, personally. Bruh tried explaining having 3 kids with a chick like it was an accident. And again, y'all, remember, this is the dude that said, F them kids. They're not mine. I found out via paternity test that none of the kids were mine. Now he back out here acting like he just never said that. That's the kind of fuck boy hoe ass ish I'm talking about, man. Honestly, who cares what this dude think, bro? Burned out. For real, who cares what a clown got to say other than sitting in the back from the comedy element and laughing at it and watching the 3-ring clown show circus? And he is burnt out, man. He was talking about doing powder. Listen, this man fucking with that white broad, that Walter White, that Breaking Bad, that Jesse Pinkman, and individuals that been around him that were so-called part of his movement at one point in time told me, yo, this dude be up all night in the bathroom trying to edit little things together on social media and all that, high as a kite, eating invisible sandwich like a clown, man. He said he patted him down. Yeah, like to the side, pause. No one believes you about nothing with this Munchie ish, dude. You ain't respected. Munchie is. Can we all admit dude's resume ain't like Munchie? That's big facts, man. Anyone ever believes Snoopy about anything, you're just weird. He stays lying. Big facts. Big facts. That's what it is, y'all. Goofy badass. I missed something. He said the girl he talking about wasn't nothing serious, but he had 3 kids with her. I mean, again, this dude lied and said F them kids, his own children, his own legacy on this earth, y'all. Wow, Snoopy, you put 3 in her and she not your girl? LOL. Yeah, whatever. And, you know, again, you could dig through these comments forever. I ain't got time for it. I don't care. I just can't believe the clown show continues. You know what I mean? No Jumper got all this federal indictment-ish going on, and here comes this pluck boy once again. Every time he comes up there, he's on some different stuff. You know what I mean? The story changes. He tries to rebrand himself, but you can repackage dog shit so many ways. It's still a pile of dog shit at the end of the day, and that's all this clown will ever be. Ain't no one buying it. Ain't no one believing him. Fuck you. Die slow, burn in hell, bitch boy.